What's going on? Hope you're doing well. And in just a moment, I'm going to go over my June 12th, 2019 comic book pull list. Welcome to Joe's Geek Show, the video series where we talk comics, and yes, it is June 12th, 2019, and I've gone to my local comic book store and I picked up a small stack of comics that I'm ready to share with you. And like always, I've classified these books from DC to Marvel to small press, with the small press a little bit lacking in the zero range, so it's actually just DC and Marvel this week. But we are going to kick off this list with the Batman Who Laughs issue number 6. I cannot tell you how excited I was when this book dropped and I got it in my hands, because I'm like, yes, finally I get to read the next chapter in this Batman Who Laughs mini-series, and oh my gosh, I'm excited. I am just flat out excited. Scott Snyder is hands down one of my favorite Batman writers, and it's amazing what he does with the character, how he delves into Batman on like various fronts. You know, with Scott Snyder we get Detective Batman, Ninja Batman. I mean, it's just Batman. And then of course he creates some of the most interesting villains. Like back in the New 52, he even came up with this flower-based supervillain known as Mr. Bloom, which I'm sad that we have not seen him in a Batman title since then. And now he's created the Batman Who Laughs, who is easily, without a doubt, one of the best Batman villains I think that has come out of comics almost ever. And I know what you're saying, that is a pretty big claim, but if you're reading the Batman Who Laughs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a dark multiverse version of Batman who got infected by a Joker toxin after he killed the Joker, and he is more crazy than the Joker. He's also got Batman's intellect, so he knows every single move and skill that Batman knows, which makes him a formidable opponent and seemingly almost unbeatable. Next up, we got the Brian Michael Bendis Event Leviathan issue number 1, and I'm giving it a try. I'll be honest. I mean, I used to be a huge Brian Michael Bendis fan in the past, like especially when he was doing his stuff over at Marvel. I mean, I loved the Secret Invasion, and I really loved when he was working on the Ultimate Spider-Man comic book. I mean, that was essentially, the Ultimate Spider-Man was my very first comic book that I was constantly going back to the store every single month just to pick up the next issue. So in the last few years, when Brian Michael Bendis started to kind of slip in the writing category, and then he came over to DC, and I really don't like what he's been doing with Superman, so I've been kind of staying away from Superman. I've been staying away from Action Comics. But I will say that the whole Leviathan scenario, it does sound intriguing to me. So I'm willing to give it a chance. And if I like it, great, I'll keep getting it. If not, well, then I'll stop. And now we're going into my personal favorite, The Flash, issue number 72, which is part 3 of the year 1 story arc, and I've really been digging Joshua Williamson's take on The Flash. I like what he's been doing with the year 1. Those first 2 issues caught my attention, and I'm ready to see more, because what I'm really liking about the year 1 storyline is that, you know, we're getting Barry Allen before he was The Flash, and sort of this kind of telling of how he came to put on the suit and go out there, start running and fighting crime, and we get to see mistakes he makes along the way, accidentally traveling to the future, and just watching his suit slowly build up. And then of course little nods and winks to past Flash stories and stuff, such as Barry Allen reading Jay Garrick Flash comics. Always a treat, always fun. Digging this book. And that is the last of the DC books. Now we're heading into a one and only Marvel book this week, which is The Immortal Hulk issue number 19. And I guess for the second month in a row, Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk has outsold Batman. And it's deserved. It is well deserved. This has been such an amazing book. I'm so glad that I was able to jump on it from the very beginning and just follow this trail all the way through to where we're at now. And I really like how Al Ewing has taken the pre-established Hulk and he's sort of doing something new, but he's also kind of going back to status quo, because in this particular story of the Hulk, he only becomes the Hulk at nighttime, which means Bruce Banner, during the day, he is vulnerable to attack, he can be killed. However, once Night dropped and he becomes the Hulk, yep, he is immortal, which is where that whole immortal line comes from, because in this book alone, I think I've seen the Hulk die more times than he has in the past, which they come up with some really creative ways to do it. I mean, there's even an issue where they dismember him. His head, his legs, everything, he's completely apart, and he manages to be able to pull himself back together. And wow, I mean, it's just body horror, yet it's just Hulk goodness. So if you're not picking up the Immortal Hulk, show the Jolly Green Giant some love and start going getting the trades, start getting those single issues. It is worth it. But enough about me. What did you pick up on your comic book pull list? Please definitely leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me which one that you're most excited about and why. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Click that notification bell. And if you're wondering what to watch next, I've got comic reviews galore, as well as other comic book pull lists if you want to dive back into the past. All right, take care, have a great day. Let's read some comics, and as always, stay geeky.